Hello, this is the Business Building by Design podcast, and I'm your host, Emily Jansen McGrath. I'm an entrepreneur, small business owner, mom, designer, and lover of all things beautiful. Are you looking to start a new business, or are you wondering, what am I doing and how did I get here? Then you're in the right place, and it's time to do something about it. You can expect tips, strategies, one-on-one interviews with other professionals, and life lessons. I started this podcast to help other women in business be successful. I was thankful enough to have other women who mentored me throughout the years, and I want to give what was given to me. I truly hope that you listen, learn, laugh, but most of all, connect. Now, put on your seatbelt and let's roll. So I'm recording this as I'm driving back home, and today I've been working out of town, but I also took a couple of hours to go get a massage, and I just think it's really important that you treat yourself every now and then, and so it's something that I schedule at least once a month, and it's something that's very beneficial to my body and my mind. So, if you don't do that, make sure that you set aside some time to pamper yourself. But I also did a little shopping. I did work today, but I also did a little shopping and picked up a few things that I had been thinking about. And then also, my dad had sent me a book recommendation, so I went to the bookstore, which is one of my favorite things to do, and they're so hard to find now. But I did go to the bookstore, and I picked up a book. It's called The Voltage Effect by John Licht, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get home and try it out. And I love reading. I love enhancing my knowledge, and I think it's going to be a great book, especially if you recommended it. So I just wanted to share that with you today, and I'm new to the podcast world, so I hope this podcast turns out okay. Again, I'm driving down the road and recording it, but I just wanted to share with you today just a couple of things that I do in my schedule to take care of myself, but also to just help with my mental health as well as my physical health. So exercising is one of those. I try to walk at least 4 days a week. I try to get it 4 days. Some days I don't, but I typically do 3 miles or so. But that's my downtime. That's when I can think. That's when I process. That's when I'm creative. And that's so important to me because you can get so bogged down with just every day running here, running there, making sure you're picking the kids up, making sure that you're dropping this off, or, it's just really important that you take time to focus on yourself, just to just debunk. That's what I call it. Debunk, just get rid of all the clutter. Get it all out of your head. And that's my time. And it may be different for you, but I am more creative when I'm moving. I love walking. I think it's just so good for the body, but also the soul. And that's my time to pray. That's my time to meditate. That's my time to process what's going on during the day. So, just make sure you're taking that time out. Now, I am not a morning person. I do not like getting up in the morning, and I'm pretty much a zombie in the morning, okay? I have to have a good cup of coffee and a good hour before I could even wake up. I'm not an early riser. I'm very much the opposite of structure and schedule. I'm totally opposite. I need my sleep. I like to sleep in. It's so funny because my sister, she gets up, and my mother, they get up at the crack of dawn. I mean, like 4 a.m. every day. And if I did that, I would be, like, literally physically sick because I just have to have my rest. Some people are not that way. You may be an early riser, and that may be your time. That may be when you like to exercise. Not me. My typical time to exercise is around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's when I love it. Now, I do in the summertime, I like to walk late in the evening, maybe around 6 o'clock. But that's my time. I have to have my rest. Again, I'll get a migraine or I'll get sick if I don't get that rest. So it's very, very important to me. And I guess you just have to listen to your body. And every everybody's different, and that may not be for you, but it is for me, and that's what I have to do. So, do whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you, but that's what works for me. I'm going to try to do this podcast without editing. I don't like to edit. It's not one of my favorite things. And so if I start rambling, I apologize, or if I make some mistakes, I'll try to correct myself. But I do not like to edit, and it's not one of my favorite things to do. So you'll probably have all of these podcasts unedited unless I decide to break down and pay somebody to edit them. Just depends on how they come out. But we'll see. Time will tell. I hope on this podcast that I'll be uplifting to you. I hope that you find joy in listening to this podcast. And also, I just want to be an encouragement and just share what's been shared with me. As females or women, business leaders, we should be mentoring someone. If you don't have somebody to mentor right now, shame on you. You should have someone to mentor. Or, vice versa, or someone should be mentoring you, because it's always great to have a mentor. I've had numerous mentors over the course of my life, and I'm so appreciative of them, and they've impacted my life, each in different ways. And, I just think it's very, very important that you share what others have shared with you. I hope that you're encouraging someone else, and you're praying for your enemies, but, you're encouraging those, even the people that are hard to love. Love them anyway, try to be encouraging to them, and I promise you'll get a blessing from it. But, sometimes that's very, very hard to do, and times in our lives, you'll hear me talk about instances and situations that are very difficult, but through those difficult times, hopefully it's a growth period. Hopefully it's a time that you can grow, but also a growth period for them. A teachable moment. That's something that I always try to grab hold of. Anytime that a situation arises, whether it be good or bad, I try to look at it and say, okay, step back. What did we learn from this? How is this important in my life? How can I share this with someone else so they don't have to go through this? Or how can I share this to see someone else be successful? I think that that's so important as business leaders, but as women in general. And even if you aren't a business leader, you have a chance to mentor others, and you also have a chance to be an impact, even for people that you don't come into contact with on a daily basis. Can you be an impact to somebody that you just met today, or someone that you just came across in the grocery store? It's just be an impact, a positive impact. If you want to be a positive impact, I need to make sure that that's clear. We definitely don't want to leave any negativity or be downgrading to someone, but be positive and be joyful. Try to wake up every morning and say, what am I going to do for somebody today? Not what can someone do for me, but what can I do for someone else today? How can I make somebody's day better? Hopefully that you do that, and I try to do that. I know everybody has a bad day, but, probably someone else has a little bit worse. So I try to remind myself of that and know that I'm a child of God and that I am abundantly blessed, more than I deserve. And I know that, and I try to be thankful for that each day. So I really, really want you to take that away from the podcast, and I want you to share with me maybe some ways that you mentored others. And you'll hear me talk about, I used to be a school teacher. I taught 7th grade for almost 6 years, and I loved my little people. It was such a great age. Now, 7th grade is not for everyone. I could not teach elementary school, but I loved my 7th graders. They were very moldable. Yes, they were starting to become young adults, but they were still young enough to where they listened and they were impressionable, even though they may not have acted like they were listening, but they're watching everything that you do. So I loved my 7th grade years, and I had a mentor all through those years, and she helped me. And it's funny because then we both went on to start our own businesses, and she was able to mentor me again. So you never know who you're going to run into, how long you're going to know them, what season of life are going to come into your life, and how long they'll be there. And just like my mentor, Nicole, she was in and out of my life multiple years. So, it's just, you never know. But being impacted, she was a great impact on my life. It helped me tremendously in both aspects, in 2 different careers. So you never know, and just try to be that positive impact to someone. And, if you can, ask somebody to mentor you. If you don't have a mentor, find someone. Usually an older woman is better to be your mentor just because they've experienced more. But it may be a younger person or someone that's your age. Maybe they have more years experience doing the business that you do, or just in life, or maybe they've had children longer or something like that. So just reach out to someone and ask them if they might be your mentor, or if they may be on a daily basis and you just don't classify it as that. It's so important to have that encouragement, someone to help guide you, but also, help you discern what's good for you and what might be a good choice in your career or even in just motherhood. Now, all of my boys are grown. I say grown. They're 28, 27, and 21. So they're out of the house. My baby is in college. My oldest is in Texas, and my next oldest is in Pennsylvania, and they're about to move. We're playing topsy-turvy, but, we keep up with each other, and I love my boys. They've turned into wonderful young men. It's great. I've been a mama. I've been there, and hopefully I can share some encouraging stories with you about that as well. But, I guess I'm going to get off and stop rambling. I hope to talk to you soon, and I hope you've had a wonderful day, because it's been a beautiful day here in Mississippi. I hope to talk to you soon. See ya. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast, and I look forward to talking with you and maybe connecting again. If you think you might want to listen to more, or you might be able to connect with me on some level, then I hope that you follow me, leave me a review, and put your walking shoes on, because we've got a ways to go.